And
Hi, everyone.
hello, and welcome to BL Week in Review. I'm
Yes,
your host,
we
BL
will cover.
Songbird.
We'll cover upcoming series that just ended, and a little bit of fun tea and what's going on in the BL world.
Oh my goodness. Don't forget, before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our live chat. We always have a lot of fun chatting about all of the things.
Yes.
Everyone loves a little tea. So Beth, what do we got in store this week?
All right. So we have some things that start filming, which is so exciting. So this is from Q1 of Your Maniac, which is with William Est and Barcode Kin. Everyone's super excited about that. That started filming. I know that Lycan is running around doing their world tour this year, so I'm not sure if they're going to have to film in pieces, but we'll see. It might be a while before it comes out.
Right? I was thinking about that. It's like, yep, they're filming that in pieces. I guess so.
All right. Oh, and then we've got, so 131 put out like a little mini lineup essentially, and I am not going to be able to pronounce this name at all, but it's like it's going to be a mystery series. It seems like a mystery crime thriller potentially, and it has Dawu Off-Road in it, which we saw them in The Wicked Game, Lost in Translation, Century of Love, and Film is going to be in it too, which if people remember To Sir with Love, he was actually paired with Jam. He also did Law of Attraction, I believe it was what it was called. But he does a lot of Licorns and stuff also. So I'm really excited to see him back on screen in the BL world. So it's interesting.
It does, and I believe it's a period one too. So not only is it like crime thriller, but it's not set in the present times. And everyone was confused because they were like, is it a BL? Yes, everybody. It is a BL. It's based on a BL novel.
There you go. And then we have this one. Is this the flower? Let's see.
Yes. Flower Boy.
Flower Boy, yes. So this has Pearl and Peak in it. We saw them for the first time in Love in the Moonlight, which was more of a Licorn style BL. But I'm super excited they're still working because they had a really fun history. We've seen Peak in so many BLs over the years, like You Will Never Eat Alone, and there are others he's been in as side characters and main characters and whatever. But yeah, this one seems really interesting. Apparently, Peak's character is part of this like other race where their pheromones just exude. They exude a lot of pheromones where people get drawn to them, and then bad stuff happens. So basically, Pearl's character, it seems like he's there to either capture them or learn about them or something like that. And then, of course, he's going to end up, I'm sure, falling in love with him and not being able to fulfill his mission or whatever. So I don't know. This one seems really interesting. Got a little fantasy element going on.
I almost thought maybe he worked for like a perfume company.
Maybe that too. Who knows? I don't remember.
Anyway, dark intentions, not good ones. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yes.
That was the one that looked the most interesting to me, actually. I'm excited. It's a different kind of concept.
Definitely, yeah. And then we have this one, The Edge of Horizon. So it has Ongsa, which right there, we saw him from The Cursed Love, and I loved his acting, so I'm excited to see him again. And then his partner is the bodyguard character from The Wicked Game. So it's like these two people from two different series are coming together in this one, and it looks like a period series. It seems like Ongsa's character is more royalty, whereas the bodyguard's character is not. But it wasn't super clear from the preview, but I think it's going to be our classic period where they're not allowed to be together, sort of. But I'm excited to see these two actors together because I think they're really good.
Absolutely. And it definitely gave off Licorn vibes too. Very messy.
Yes, 131 loves its, I think any BL that comes out of 131 is going to be more Licorn style. I think that just seems to be their thing now.
I consider them like a Licorn channel, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the niche they were hoping for, but that seems to be what they exude.
exactly. Okay, so here we have another Q1, another series that started filming, which is your third. So here's Max and Nat being adorable. And yeah, as we said last week, it's gonna have Few Gem and Peter Pan Fluke in it. So super excited for this one.
Oh man.
And we have oh
Ticket to Heaven.
yes, so we have Ticket to Heaven. It is they did their fitting. They did their fitting as far as I know. So yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy to see all the boys set up here. Also, we've seen that I don't know his name, but we've seen that adult actor in a lot of other shows as well. So I'm excited to see him be
Yeah, even in a priest costume. I feel like he was in Shadow.
right. That's what I thought too. Is he the priest from Shadow? I think he
I
is.
think
So
so, yeah.
I think that, you know, he's gonna be reprising his part as like a religious figure. So interesting.
Apparently, yeah, it's very interesting.
Yes.
And
Oh my
sings
gosh.
to everybody's hearts.
So this is some tea. This is some things that were trending because they had the Pokesan fan meet, and for anyone who doesn't know, Pokesan is the mascot of Tae from GMMTV. Pokesan has just blown up as a mascot. He was the first mascot that could talk. He has gotten his own solo work and everything. And what we've seen across social media is people have found the person who is doing the Pokesan mascot has been in the mascot business for years. Him or her, we don't know if it's a woman or a man. This person inside the mascot has done so many other mascots and just has really, really tried hard to boost their career. And then Pokesan, now they're Pokesan and they're so famous and they're getting so much work. So the person who's playing Pokesan was talking at the fan meet and crying and just saying they were so happy and so thankful for all of this work and for meeting Tae and Yu were crying and everyone was crying. And like everyone was talking about it on social media and just bawling their eyes out because this person has just worked so hard and finally got to where they are today. And it's just, oh, it's very, very
We gotta give
heartwarming.
kudos to this person in this mascot costume because the way they've brought this character to life and the way that they just really studied Day and New and have become their child really in personality and things like that is kind of impressive. So kudos to this actor in this
Yeah,
costume
seriously. They're
for
just,
doing amazing work.
they really are. Uh,
Absolutely.
All right, here we have some Fashion Week stuff. A lot of actors have been at Fashion Week. Gang Harit from Kem Jira was asked by Ferrari to go to Fashion Week in Italy, I believe, and he's got this crazy red leather suit on, and I was just so impressed with him. I'm so happy that he's starting to get asked to be part of Fashion Weeks. So that was just an exciting little tidbit.
That is exciting.
And here's some more Fashion Week. So if anyone has seen Z from Z New has always been asked to attend Fashion Weeks. He's been to Fashion Weeks in Paris and other parts of Europe. You know, he's been to Fashion Week in America and everything like that. But New has never been invited. So finally this year, New was invited by Off-White with Z to attend the Fashion Week. And it was just so exciting for him because I feel like actors who are taller usually get invited to Fashion Weeks because, you know, tall model, that kind of makes sense. Even if you're not part of the runway, they want people who look like models to be there. So I'm really happy that they were willing to ask New to come because New is shorter, and so it's not common for shorter actors to go. So yes, I was very proud of him. And here's some random other tea. So Z likes to transfer money to New for doing random things. And during one of their little events at the mall, Z was like, hey, New, if you scrub the bathroom floor and post it on social media, I will transfer you 50,000 baht. And New was like, okay, challenge accepted. And so New posted a video. This is not the video, this is just a screenshot. But he posted a video of him scrubbing the floor. And what was hilarious was during the video, as he's scrubbing, he like puts his hand out and he's like scrubbing, being like, look, give me my money. And it was hilarious. And Z, of course,
that is a lot of money too. That funny.
Is a lot of money. But you know, maybe I feel like their wallets are sort of combined anyways. So
Fair enough. Probably so.
But yeah, so that was a hilarious thing that was trending. Oh, we have My Unlucky Bay. So this was posted by Stamp from Uninstamp. We saw them in Revamped, and the main couple in this one is Tam and Mark, I believe, or Tan and Mark. I'm not sure if it's an N or an M at the end of his name, or Mac, I'm sorry. Tam and Mac, and they are
that one. Now I know what you're talking about.
So they're a new pairing for GMMTV, and Uninstamp are a little older, but Uninstamp are the second couple in this one. So they started filming, which is so exciting.
That is another one started.
DMD Land 3 is happening, everyone. DMD Land 3, Dumandi's huge concert. I have no idea if they are going to split up the actors on both days. They have so many actors now. I don't know how long this concert will be. The last DMD Land was 6 hours long, so we will see.
Yeah, I mean, here we go.
But I love their concert, so I'm so excited for that. Jeff Sauter, we know him from Ken Porsche. He's an amazing singer. He sang at Miss Universe recently. He was on Good Day New York, which is so amazing. Everyone saw him on social media saying, "Hey, New York City, welcome." And everyone was like, "Why is he in New York? What is he doing?" And here he is on American television, his first debut in America.
Right?
So amazing. I'm so excited for him.
Awesome.
I hope this gives him more opportunities.
I think he's doing something in LA too. I saw a random post.
I think he's going to a museum. I think the Grammy Museum, something like that.
Lucky guy.
Right? This was just Gangnam Bang Toll First One being ridiculous. They were posing for everybody and clearly posing as fast as possible. Because you know how fans like to say, like, do like a chicken kiss or a frog kiss or a starfish kiss. So someone had asked them, do a mixed variety kiss, and this was their response, and it was hilarious. And it was on my feed.
That is cute.
Yes.
The big news of the last night,
Winnie and Satang from GMMTV are no longer working together. Everyone was shocked because, see, a lot of pairs who split up, there's sort of like things leading up to it where you see there are signs, there are like hints. But these two, no hints, no signs. The only small hint was that both of them posted sad songs to their social media, and people joked. They were like, "Oh, you know, what's going on?" And everyone was like, they can't just post a sad song. And nope, it was true. So they are splitting up. We don't know why. I wonder if, you know, one of them wants to stop acting. Maybe one wants to like leave GMMTV. They've also been a pair for a very long time since they were young. So it's possible they want to explore other things. I'm not sure, but we wish them the best. I know a lot of people are sad.
Absolutely. Some people say they saw a little bit more coming, something about them not being as supportive of each other in their individual projects as they usually are, or something along those lines.
Interesting.
But yeah, that would have been the only hint, and I didn't follow them closely enough to get that hint. So.
Yeah, very true.
It was very shocking to me as well.
Yep. A little more Fashion Week. This was Z's first time being asked to actually model on the runway in Korea, which is crazy exciting. He has always been an observer and a participant, and a participant in the audience, and never an actual model. So he was asked to be a model, which was so cool. So I'm really excited for him. Hopefully this will open even more doors for his modeling career, and maybe he'll get asked to like model in Paris Fashion Week. That would be crazy. And then the last little bit of news, I know this was a lot today, but so much happened this week, but Love Upon a Time, we're finally getting the trailer, everyone. They have been working so hard on getting they've been working so hard on getting this trailer out to us and the show out to us, and they finally finished filming, and the trailer is going to come out soon, and I'm so excited to see them. I know that Net and JJ and the director and Latte and Kim have all put their heart into this, and so I'm thinking it's going to be amazing.
I hope so. I have my fingers crossed because it's a long time coming.
I know. So, it's been very, very, very long process.
Absolutely. Okay, so there it is. All the tea. That was a lot of tea. You were right.
All the tea. It was a lot.
All the tea.
What's coming soon?
Oh, we have some things coming soon. Not too many series this week, but some the anticipated series for a lot of people because I don't think I am the only one who has been highly anticipating The Sun from Another Star, which is the next project, the next short story, the next 8 episode little bit of Forever You. So it's finally starting. It's starting on Wednesday, March 4th. And if you haven't been following Forever You, it is like a really, really big thing from Thailand. I don't remember how many episodes season 1 was, but I think it was 16 episodes. Anyway, season 2 is going to be 3 installments of 8 episodes. And we are in the second installment, which is Artit and Tao, and it's going to have like a supernatural element with ghosts. So
Yes.
I think it's going to be super fun. And for me, Artit kind of piqued my curiosity because in season 1, he was like off in South America getting bitten by fish and all sorts of things. So I was like, "Ooh, that's a fun character. I can't wait to follow his story." Which was my whole purpose for being excited about this. I have not read the book, everybody. I The only reason this is like my most anticipated is because of this quirky character. So there you go.
Yeah, he
Um,
in the second installation in Forever You 2, he's just so ridiculous. He's like he just eats everyone's food. He has no care for anything. He's so
true. He's
like
got a bit of a boundary problem.
he
We'll give you
does.
that.
It's just gonna be so fun watching a character like him who's so brash and out there and just kind of does whatever he wants to be paired with a character who's so composed and quiet and soft but like yet blunt and honest. It's going to be really interesting seeing how those two
It's going to be an
match.
interesting combo. Yeah, because Dao is like, yeah, he's kind of closed off too. So he's cold, if you
Definitely.
will. All the
Yes.
things. It's going to be really fun. A fun personality combo. And then the other one that is we have another Korean but BL, the varietal that comes in like 2 episodes a week, and they're only like 8 episodes, and probably I actually don't know how long the episodes are going to be, but in my head they're probably like 20, 25 minutes long because other shows that have been in this exact like done in this way have been about that. So I'm like, why not do one 40-minute episode and make it 4 episodes long? Why do we need 8, 20? Anyway, that is another story entirely in my own head. The point is, the series is about a painter. It has a time travel element. He gets to go back in time and meet his first love again. So that is kind of a unique, interesting premise. We'll see what they do with 8 episodes for that, and I'm kind of excited actually. It sounds interesting. So it's probably going to be a mixture of adult and school age. So yeah, that is Always Meet Again, and it's starting on Thursday, March 5th, and you will be able to find it on iQIYI. And then if it's not on iQIYI in your region, it will be on Gaga Ooh La La. And then in South Korea, it'll be on Heavenly, and it'll be on also on FOD and Fuji TV in various locations. So lots of places you can find it in your area. And yeah, those are the 2 series that are starting this week. Now we are on to the series that we checked out the first episode to let you know whether you should binge it or watch it week to week.
Yes.
And the first one is one we can't actually say anything about yet because we're watching it together tonight. And that is Only Friends Dream On. It is airing on Fridays. It is from Thailand. It is the season 2, and you can find it on Gaga Ooh La La. I've heard if it's not on Gaga, it will be on YouTube in your region. It is romance, and I mean, I feel like drama is a soft word. for the level of mess that season 1 of Only Friends gave us. So I don't know if there's a word more than drama, this will give it. And then just a really fun heads up, if you get to watch this, this is going to be our very first series we are reacting to together.
Yay! We will see how much we have to edit out.
I'm like, are we going to have to blur half of the show? Maybe.
Potentially, but it's fine.
We'll put just a little blur mask over the top of it. I don't know what we're going to do. Actually, I don't know if we'll cut it out completely or if we'll just put the blur mask over it. But people, I've only seen a couple of comments because I've really done my best to avoid spoilers, but they were comments like, what did I just watch?
Ooh, I love those kinds of comments.
Right, with like big eyes. I'm like, oh man, okay. Episode 1 is going out with a bang. So I'm so excited to watch that.
Yes,
So
so no
can we tell
spoilers
you
in the
whether to
chat.
binge or watch it week to week? Actually, yes, we can, based on previous experience. This is one where it's glorious to watch week to week because you get to crash out with everybody on social media, which
Yes.
is the best part of this kind of show, is getting to crash out with everybody on social media.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my 2 cents. Watch it week to week, even though I
Yeah.
haven't seen episode 1 yet.
DeLorean says, I was worried since all 6 main actors are cinnamon rolls, but they did messy better than expected. They all did great. I love that. That's great.
Cinnamon rolls. I mean,
I
O
don't know
and
if I
Boom
would
have
say
done.
Ooh and Boom are cinnamon rolls, but like Earth and Vix and Joss and Gwyn kind of. But Ooh and Boom are like they've been pretty
I played
spicy
the
in other
toxic
series.
side couple several times.
Yeah.
Oh man,
But
like
that's just my
those
2
guys.
cents.
My 2 cents too. I agree on that one. But I don't know about Joss and Gwyn because we've only seen them in one thing, and then
Fair. That's fair. We don't
Earth and
know
Mix are
enough
cinnamon
about
rolls.
them
Although I
yet.
wonder about Mix in real life. I feel like he might be spicy and sassy in real life. Like,
Maybe.
the behind the scenes, the person he doesn't share with
Mhm.
everybody.
I could totally see it.
Just
I could
hints here,
see.
there.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
You said a comment once on like an armchair episode, something along the lines of the fan club, I'm 26. I can invite to bed whomever I want, or something along those lines.
Oh, well, sir. I'm sure all these actors have spicy sides they don't show us.
Right. We just get like a sentence here or there, just a little tiny hint if you like watch everything of theirs that like,
Little
oh
hint.
man, maybe there's something.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay, so the next one is called Please Stop. It is airing on Thursdays. It's from China and it's on YouTube. It looks like it's going to be a romance drama. I will say, so we know that Songbird does not do the teacher-student thing. I do not do the stepbrother and or brother and or adopted brother thing. So the minute I saw that's what it was, I did not watch. So Songbird, do you have any thoughts?
It was full of unrequited longing. What can you say? Because
Great.
the stepbrother trope is oftentimes one-sided until it isn't. There were some spicy scenes, but it was all in the guy's head. Honestly, this is only 4. I don't remember what it said. 4, 6. Maybe it's 6. But anyway, the episodes aren't long, so I don't know how well stepbrother trope will work in a short story is what I'm trying to say. But
Because it usually takes time for them to develop. That's true.
right, but it'll be interesting to see how it works. As per usual, the Secrets of Us channel does a really great job with like starting the story. The premise was set up very well, and the the filming was lovely, and the acting was. I feel like they get better every time.
Great. We
So
love that.
will I be finishing that show? It's not entirely for me either. I don't know. I feel like I've only seen the stepbrother trope done a couple times to my liking. So I may or may not complete that one myself. But as far as binge or watch week to week, I would say, you know me in short stories, always binge them. Oh, I'm on the next one as well. Okay, my stepbrother is my favorite novelist. Honestly, this is another stepbrother story, but I don't know, Beth, like the please stop stepbrother story. They've been siblings for a while. They had brother feelings, right?
Mhm.
Or were supposed to have brother feelings. This was like a new marriage walking into the house for the first time, having never met as more or less
Mm.
grown guys, right?
Okay.
So it was a little different than your it was more along the lines of what was that? The only one
Oh yeah, I didn't watch
thing.
that one either.
Yeah, but that one, if anyone's seen the only one, that one, their parents got married, but they're already late high school.
Hmm. Okay.
So, you don't know each other as kids. No
True.
initial brotherly bond. It's you're being faced as adults with each other. You're not blood related. So I don't know. I feel like that gives it a little different vibe than two people who grew up together.
Mm.
In my
I can see your
opinion.
point.
But anyway, I'm not used to watching Japanese series on YouTube. But yeah, this one's from Japan. It's airing on Saturdays. It does have the short 10-minute episodes, just like a lot of YouTube series do. I'd call it romance and drama, and it is essentially like the title encapsulates the premise. My stepbrother is my favorite novelist. The guy walks into the house, realizes his stepbrother is his favorite novelist. It's essentially the beginning of this story. So yeah, that is that one.
All right.
Binge
And
or
I will
watch week
say,
to week. All I have to say is all of these shows that are only 10 minutes long, binge them.
yes. Binging is great for these short ones. And I will say, if you search the title on YouTube and it doesn't come up right away, don't get discouraged. I actually had to like kind of click around, like I had to click on someone's review of the show to then find the actual show because they had put it in the description of the video. Anyways, it is there. It just might not be coming up right away. So don't get
I have
discouraged.
to, I have to put in my little plug. If you subscribe to my Patreon on a paid tier, you will get links.
What? Crazy.
What? Yeah. I post links with like a full schedule for the week every week. So yeah.
Yes. So
Or
if
as I
anyone's
find
interested,
it, even I'm like, there's a new series. Here's a link. So yeah.
look
There's
at
my little
that.
plug for the day. Pause, done. Let's move forward.
Pause for ad. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the next one, I loved this so much. Okay.
Did
So it is
too. I
called
loved it
Love,
so much. Oh my God.
right?
Okay. Right?
It's called,
What? Okay.
sorry, pause for Squeal Fest. Love Like a Bike. It is coming out on Mondays. It is from Thailand. It is on Gaga Ulala. And I guess if it's not on Gaga, it's on Netflix. Is that what it is, Songbird?
Yeah, it's on Netflix too. Here in the United States, you can find it either place.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. It looks like it's gonna be a romance drama. And I just the first episode was so good. It was well directed, well shot. All the acting was
Hmm.
really, really great. And I do
Whoa.
correct myself from before. So the reason why I thought Us was a side character was because in the pilot, he was. In the pilot,
Mm.
Ta was originally paired with somebody else. And it's so fascinating because I've actually never seen that before. Maybe it's happened and I just don't know. But I've never seen someone like move up in the ranks from pilot to
Oh
series.
man.
Like I don't know, maybe something happened with the person who was gonna play with Ta. Maybe, who knows, maybe they reassessed chemistry, but whatever it was, now Ta and Us are paired together. And I don't know, like their first scene was super like fun and
Was
passionate.
that the interesting fighting scene? Yeah.
Yes. And like
Okay.
the whole way they're portraying, so one of the main characters has a trauma where he can't be touched. And so the way that they are playing it is so interesting, and like I feel like they're taking it seriously. Like it's not played as
Hmm.
a joke, it's like a real mental condition. And just the
Yeah.
fact that I think it's really funny that he just happens upon a psychiatrist, but like besides that, which is a little cheesy, It's just really heartwarming, and I know that the actor who plays the psychiatrist is a known Lacorn actor, and so his acting is amazing.
He's
and I've always
beautiful.
liked his acting. Yeah, I was really, really charmed by the first episode. I'm really excited to see where it goes.
And one aside, and I think this is not enough of a spoiler to do anything, only slight, and that is that these two main actors, the one with the trauma and the one who's the psychiatrist, they don't meet as doctor and patient. I feel like
Exactly.
that's really important to like denote. So if you're like going in like I don't know, well, don't worry about that, guys. They don't
Yeah,
meet that
and
way.
also because honestly, at this point, it's not even clear if he will ever become a patient. Like they just
That's
meet
true,
outside
yeah.
of the office and clinic entirely. So
Mhm.
I don't even know if that's where the story will go. So if yeah, like you said, if you are
Absolutely.
worried about that, don't worry about it because it might not even be going that way.
Yeah, and that I mean that power dynamic is ick if it went that way, but it did not. So,
Totally. So
ah, binge or watch week to week,
I want to watch this one week to week. I feel like it's too exciting. I don't know. I don't want to wait to binge.
right?
I want to know what's happening every week.
Yeah, same here. I will definitely this is I feel like yeah, it's too exciting to binge later. And I I do want to know what happened to Siloam now. But that's
I
okay. We have to
know.
wait. I do have to say that this is my one main comment. That famous Lacorn actor is hot. Like, seriously, like, I was like, jaw drop, like, wow, that's a pretty man. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So we
So
know what
there's another
Songbird
side
type is
benefit.
now.
Well, he's got the body of a dancer
True, I could see that.
in a lot of
Definitely.
ways. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
No, it's okay. I'm side eyeing Love Like a Bike. Interesting premise, but I think they need the full 8 episodes just for the main couple's story. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. They haven't, well, no spoiler. It'll be interesting to see how they space out the timing for all 3 pairs. I will say,
That's
at least for
true.
episode 1, I felt like they did a really good job. So I guess we'll have to see how they divide that time.
That's true. The third pair is being introduced the next episode. And I think they are focusing more on one story than the rest, though, and that might be part of what they do with it. Like
Mhm.
the doctor and the trauma guy, I feel like that's like the main line, and then the others are slightly less screen time,
Yes.
which will be upsetting to anybody who like read it and loved the other stories more or something. Probably there.
True, that's true. All right.
Anyway,
So now we are into all 8 million finales that happened this last week. It was like
that is
every single VL wanted to end in the same week. So yeah, Songbird, take it away.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the first one, this is the reminder that this section, even though probably a lot of us has seen all of these, this is the no spoilers section, just honest opinions on
Yes.
uh who you think might enjoy the show.
Yes.
So no spoilers, and who do you think would enjoy the show? Those are the two questions for the audience participating. The first one will be heavy in the spoilers later. So we will be talking more extensively about the show today, and that is Dare You to Death, which is from Thailand. It is on Netflix. That is right,
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen. This one is only available on worldwide Netflix. It was 10 episodes long. Each episode was about an hour, and it is a romance crime thriller. There are squeamish elements to the plot. And my one funny comment is maybe if Jade and Kamin spent more time investigating and less time falling in love, the case would have been solved more quickly.
Probably true.
Anyway, so for me, you'd like this show. I think it honestly would flow better as a binge watch than watching week to week. I my mom said she ended up rewatching it as a binge, and she said it like flowed much better. watching it uninterrupted that way. I would say that you would like the show if you are into kind of more of a paced out crime series. Like it's not like action, not action packed. And I was thinking about it, like in all reality, crime, like figuring out crime in real life, doesn't happen overnight like it does in the movies.
It's true.
So maybe it's a little bit more realistic in that way.
Yeah, this one, we'll obviously get more into it in the spoiler section, but yeah, I think in general, I think the ending got a little slow for me, and I did guess who the killer was, so that made me sad because I like being surprised. So I kind of guessed all the ending surprises, so I was like, oh man, well, I'm not surprised. But I thought the good things were, I think that this is Jung and Dunk's best acting, honestly. I mean, they did a really, really good job in The Heart Killers, but I just saw a lot of improvement here. Like, their characters were more nuanced. Dunk especially just seemed a lot more open with Jung and a lot more like, I believe that he was in love. And so I really, really thought that both of them improved a lot. And I also loved the fact that they had all the other characters in it, like all the characters who were involved in that friend group, because it made the story interesting. Because, I mean, obviously Jung and Duck are interesting on their own, but I enjoyed watching the friend dynamic, like just seeing how they all interacted with each other and how like they're all, awful in their own ways and stuff like that. So I think I think if you like crime and drama and you like where they kind of draw out the mystery for a pretty long time, I think you'll enjoy it. I also enjoyed the fact that their filter was a little more real. Like you could see flaws in their skin. You could see, like it wasn't so shiny as far as some of our other BLs are. So yeah, it was interesting.
So we have a comment: romance first viewers would love it, mystery first viewers would not like it as much.
Okay.
It was heavier on the romance, right? They definitely definitely did a lot with that. For sure.
And then Katie says, I ended up dropping it after EP2, but I'm just not a crime show person. So Katie, I'm curious, did you like The Sign then? Because I feel like The Sign was very crime drama, police drama oriented. And so did you watch that one? I'd be curious to see what you thought of that one.
Guess we will find out when she gets back to us. All right, we've got Laundry Romance next.
Yes. So Laundry Romance was one of those short dramas. It was from South Korea on the True Film YouTube channel. It was 4 episodes, 8 minutes long. Like I said, super short. It was definitely a little cute romance drama. I don't know. I liked it a lot. I knew it was super short and I definitely wanted more, but the acting was really good actually. And the two actors just had such cute chemistry. And I was like, it was just simple and soft and sweet. And actually one of the characters kind of went through like a confidence arc where he gained confidence in who he was and things like that. And so I don't know, it was really cute for one of these short stories. I liked it a lot. And so yeah, I think if you like a simple like cute meat at a laundromat, I think you'll enjoy it.
I'm in the same
meat
spot
cute.
about
I'm sorry. The phrase is
about
meat
the
cute.
meat cute. I have the exact same opinion on who might like it. I think Awful does too, actually. Yeah. So for me, I wrote that it was unsatisfying, but mainly because I wanted more. That's all. I guess the short story part got to me because it was really easy to get invested into at the end of the day.
Very true. Oh, and Katie says, I did like The Sign. Oh, you like the fantasy element. That makes sense because that one did have a mix of fantasy as well.
So if there's fantasy included, okay, good to know.
Yes.
Wait, does that mean Goddess worked for you, or was Goddess too much? Because Goddess did have a kind of supernatural element. Anyway, okay, that's an aside. You can let us know.
All right. Next.
What is next? Fan service. Fan service is next. Okay, so fan service is from South Korea. It's on Bengal Studio YouTube channel, but it's also on Gaga Ooh La La. Gaga picked up one of the little guys, which was really cool.
Yes.
This one's 6 minutes long and episodes 6 minutes. 6 episodes long and episodes are like 10 minutes. So it's similar to all the rest in the sense that it is a short story. And yet, I thought for this one, other than the fact that in typical K-drama fashion, they kind of rushed the ending a little bit. I think it could have used an extra 20 minutes. I got really invested in this story. They did a great job, other than me feeling that it had a rushed ending. The premise was pretty fun. It was basically about an actor and a guy who he perceives for a second as a stalker, who isn't actually a stalker, but just for a brief moment, and then everything that happens after. So yeah, it was easily accessible on Gaga, and you'll like this series if you like that classic KBL vibe, because I feel like it really did give all the classic KBL vibes, including the rushed ending.
Yes. I think for this one, you could sort of tell that, the actors were new, but I feel like they did a really good job for what stage they're in. And yeah, like you said, the storytelling was really great. I really enjoyed the plot and the way that they kind of led us along through that. And yeah, I mean, the ending was a little rushed, but it was enjoyable. It was definitely I enjoyed the plot. I thought the plot was great. I will say though that if you are going into it thinking it has to do with fan service, it doesn't have to do with that at all. It doesn't have to do with fan service or fans or service. So just
honestly, like when I was reading the description, I think they only told the beginning of the novel. Because the description, even on my drama list, talks about like these two guys who meet, who then end up becoming actors together in a story, and everything that ensues after.
Oh, so is the novel called fan service?
I think so. I think that I don't know if it's a manga, a graphic novel, or like an actual book novel, but the written material is much more like, we got a little glimpse of it at the end, right, where they were in something together. That was the only hint we got at the fan service part.
Yeah, it's interesting because yeah, maybe they're planning on having some sequels. Who knows?
So I hope, because they could, like, that story could be really fun with the fan service part of it.
DeLorean, I don't watch His Man, but the two leads got together on a previous season. Oh, so correct me if I'm wrong, but these two actors did not actually get together on His Man. They were not matched with each other. But I don't know if they dated outside of the show. I saw that Shangmin has dated other people. I never saw them together. But it's possible that they got together after the show ended. They were on His Man 1, actually, way back. So yeah, and also says it had a lot of potential, but they included too many elements. Okay, however, I liked the characters. Yeah, I liked the characters too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So, The Boy Next World.
Yes. Okay. So, The Boy Next World, My Destiny. It was Japan's version of the Thai one with Boss and Noel. It was on Gaga Ooh La La. It was 10 episodes, and there's 2 special episodes that are upcoming. So we don't have those yet. The episodes were 20 to 30 minutes long, and it's a fantasy romance drama. I enjoyed it. I think that there were a lot of elements in the Thai version that made me very confused, that I did not understand. And I feel like they made it clearer in the Japanese version. I think that I'm still a little confused, but I think that they tried to make it clearer for the audience a little bit what happened. So also, I really enjoyed these actors' interpretation of the characters. I felt like they were just really real with them, and I felt like they had these really deep emotions, and I enjoyed their their chemistry. And so, yeah, honestly, I liked this one a lot better than the Thai version. And I think that you'll like it if you like a story that is more focused on like drama with a hint of maybe like parallel worlds or alternate universes. And I would give it a chance even if you didn't like the Thai version, or if you did like the Thai version, I would still give it a chance because I think that it's a different enough interpretation where you can appreciate it as its own separate series.
I would agree. I've only gotten through, I was trying to binge it. I got through like episode 5. And then a particular character, I think it was 5 or 6, and then a particular character showed up whom really bugged me in the first iteration from Thailand, and I was just like, grr, and I haven't watched the next episode yet. But I would agree about it making some things clearer sooner and in different ways that made the story a little bit more enjoyable. So, yeah.
Yes. Katie says, I forgot The Boy Next World ended. I watched the first 6 episodes. Yes, you're going to have to go back and watch the rest. But those special EPs are still coming out. So, you can still kind of wait to watch the rest.
They're both coming out this weekend, I think. So,
have to watch the rest. Yeah. I'd like the Thai version. So if I had to pick one, I'd pick that. But I think the Japanese version was fine. Okay, that's fair. See, that's the thing is that I think depending on which version, depending on if you like the Thai version or not, then maybe you'll have the opposite opinion of me, So I actually love that. And then DeLorean said that you didn't watch His Man, just that the posts around fan service seem to always pair them together at some point. Interesting. So what's funny is I wonder if people just started shipping them after the show, because I didn't totally keep up with those two people individually after His Man. So I wonder if they were just shipped together for a long time, and so then people were like, hey, you guys should act together. That would be really interesting.
Like the ending of the Japanese version.
Yeah, I agree. I just was less confused with the Thai one. So I'm curious, Katie, were you confused at the end of the Thai one, or were you like, oh, I understand every single thing that happened? I'm curious.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I was left wanting with the Thai one because of the confusion. I just needed a little bit more world building wrap up, more than like the romantic. The romantic plot was wrapped up perfectly fine. It was the world building for me anyway. All right, onwards.
On to one of my favorites. Go ahead.
Actually, this one turned out really well. I was surprised. You convinced me to finish it, and I'm glad I did because they did they did actually a really fabulous job with the storytelling in the show. I was impressed, and I was like, it was just enough of like watching our main guy suffer to be satisfying, and like make it like a little bit better that everything turns out with a happily ever after in the end.
Yes. Yes. Oh, going back.
Anyway, okay, so.
Oh, go.
It's okay. Let's finish up The Boy Next World real quick.
Oh yeah, Katie said not really. It made sense to me for the most part. Okay, awesome. Honestly, I wish I could go into a diatribe with you about like what happened because I'm so confused. Help me out. I mean, you don't have to do it right here. I'm just saying. At some point in the future. Okay. I love that.
All right, so
you.
Alert, Thailand. Yes. Find it on Gaga Ulala. There are 10 episodes. They are longer, 45 minutes to an hour. Typical Thai BL nowadays. It is romance. It is drama. It is toxic. And the cast actually all had outstanding chemistry with each other, not just with their pairing, but with everybody else too. I felt like they did really great job of building, the brother chemistry, the toxic friend chemistry, the romantic chemistry, all of the things. Like I said, it was a joy to watch one of the main characters suffer through the latter half of the story. I was impressed by the other main character's stubbornness. And then there was really some outstanding character arcs and development. And, you just kind of, no character was a green flag. So that made it all a little bit like, no one's like super victim at the end of the day. So for me, this is not a you will like the series if, and I mean, you would like the series if you like messiness with the size of a side of a heart, like messiness plus heart. But I would say binge it on a rainy day with wine specifically and a cheese tray.
Ooh, I love that. That's great. Yeah, honestly, I highly, highly, highly recommend Love Alert. I know that it went under the radar for a lot of people because it has James and Cad who are in Bad Guy My Boss, which did not go over so well. And I
That did not go over
also,
well, no.
yeah, I'm glad that they're still working as a pair. But
Mhm.
the main thing I have to say about this show is that the scriptwriter was genius. Like, it was so real in the way that it portrayed these characters, and it's sneaky about it because the way that it's filmed, you don't necessarily think it's going to be this like deep psychological kind of thing, but they really
Mhm.
get into the psychology of each character and how they're reacting to stuff. And the one moment, it's not really a spoiler because I won't say like what happened, but there's one moment where, so there's two characters, one is really manipulative and one is very much like a submissive character that's easy to manipulate. And there's one moment when the easy to manipulate character follows the manipulative character because he wants to know what's going on, and the manipulative character freaks out and he's like, why did you do this? You're always like this, like, don't you trust me? Don't you think that I'm being good or whatever? And I was like, this is classic gaslighting. Like, this is literally what people
Absolutely.
will do to people to get to manipulate them. And I've never
Mhm.
seen a BL do it in such a nuanced way. Most of them are they're very
Mm.
obvious. They're like, oh, this red flag, like, okay, he cheated on you or he hit you, or like it's something really clear. But this one
Yeah.
was in the words, in the sentences that he used. It was almost like I was like, I feel like the scriptwriter is a psychologist or psychiatrist or something,
They
because
played gaslighting really well. Yeah, they really brought it to life and made it super clear. Yeah,
yeah,
and
and
it was
even the
interesting.
character who, like, the character who's easy to be manipulated, there was one moment when he like looked into the mirror and he was like, it's okay as long as he's by my side, it's okay. And I'm like, this is
Mhm.
classic, like this is what happens in real life. And there were so many moments of that throughout the series
Yeah,
that if I think you would like this series if you like a psychological character study, honestly. And it sounds
true.
weird, but each character had so many great moments of like
Mhm.
wise words and psychological things that happen in real life. Yeah, I just would highly recommend.
It's interesting, and we might have swayed Katie
Ooh,
because
okay.
they said they didn't watch it because they saw comments saying how bad it was. And
Oh.
then now they're like, maybe I should put it back on my list because they like toxic. I'm like, well, you know.
I think I don't think that it's for everyone. I think that maybe because I'm an
No.
actor, I really, really enjoy how people's brains work. And I just really enjoyed seeing like classic.
Well,
I guess because I saw people I know around me in the world in these characters. And so for me, it became very personal because I'm like, I know my friend went through that. My friend did this. Like, my friend knows somebody who did this. So for me, it became very
mm,
personal, and I felt very connected to it. So it might be that it's just not for everybody. You might not have that connection or find that connection within the story. So I could totally
that's
understand that it
true.
might not be for everyone, but I would give it a chance. I would give it at least to like episode 4 or 5. And if you don't like it, then, but I don't know. I enjoyed it.
It's fair. I think for me, because I'm a storyteller
Also
and have
that
a
too.
degree in
Yeah.
social work, and yeah, the degree in social work plus the storyteller together made it fun to watch the character arcs. And like I
Yes.
said, the awful person does get his comeuppance and goes through it for sure.
Yeah.
So,
And like they actually showed the suffering. Most shows will either do a time skip or they'll just be like, they're just forgiven right away, like the end. And
oh
and
yeah,
this
right.
one,
No, this one, the pacing was really well played out, I thought.
they
Yeah.
went through it. Yeah. Also says I
Yeah.
also like toxic series where everyone is toxic and there's no clear victims. Exactly. No one in this show is perfect. Even if you thought a character was perfect, they do something where you're like, oh, wait a minute. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
just so yeah, I think it was super well done.
And then we have Love Alert. Fa was the only bright spot for me. I have a problem stopping a story I start, but it did not work for me. So
see, okay, that's fair. I did like Fa a lot. I need
honestly,
James to take a role as a puppy dog character. James would be really cute as a puppy dog character. He would.
It's true. But honestly, though, I think the smiling when he was mean thing, I mean, that is a part of gaslighting at the end of the day. So I didn't take that as poor acting or anything like that
Yeah.
for me.
No.
But I've been confronted with that kind of person before in real life. The one who, I don't know, because everything else about them is nice. You don't think about the fact of what they're doing or what they're saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a little bit scarier that way almost, you know, that subtle gaslighting is the subtle manipulation. The one where they're still smiling and you think they're doing good things for you is like the roughest kind. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so true. But to each his own, you know, like
but,
like I said, I understand.
But for someone who like was really put through it with that, this might actually not be the story for you because like you would be confronted head on with that kind of person and it would probably be highly uncomfortable.
That's true. It could be triggering for some people. I don't know. All right. What is next?
Okay.
Oh, so we have a show that most of you probably did not watch unless you understand Thai and or unless you tried really hard to find a way to translate it. But the series A Good Yesterday, it's from Thailand. It was on the Not Karn Lakorn YouTube channel. There were 3 episodes, all about an hour long or 45 minutes long. It does not have English subtitles at the moment. However, I understand a good chunk of Thai, so I did watch it. And please, I hope that someone gives it English subtitles, either a fan or like, I don't know if any of you know like fan sub channels, whatever. I hope someone gives it subtitles because wow, like it is violent. Really? It is raw. Like the villain in the piece is so good. I was honestly creeped out. I was like, wow. This is crazy. Like this is almost unhinged. And it was just like, it was like a gut punch in that final episode. Whoa. And I was like, really? Whoa. Like it didn't hold anything back. It was like, we're going to do this and we're going to go all for it. The one thing I will say is that the bloody special effects might not be the best quality, but I understand that they probably don't have a lot of budget. All those fancy special effects things cost a ton of money, so that's totally fine. But yeah, as far as like the psychology and what happened in the last episode, I was just like, I was literally staring at my screen like what is happening? Oh, interesting. It was maybe it'd be worth like dealing with my partial knowledge of Thai. I wonder if I would understand enough of it to get by. Anyway, because the thriller, mystery, horror, I'm guessing it really is. Yes, yes, definitely horror, definitely mystery thriller. There is, it was, woof, it was a lot. So basically, movie, a really well done horror movie essentially is what I'm hearing, because like 45 minutes times 3 is like about the length of your standard movie. Dang, okay. I mean, definitely indie movie vibes, but like woof. Also, I really hope that I really hope that the 2 main leads like get other opportunities because they were really great together and I really enjoyed them. The one we've seen in a lot as a side character in a lot of shows, and then the other one was in another show on this YouTube channel. So I don't know. Okay. It'll be interesting to see if they get more opportunities or maybe they'll stay with this channel. A little aside real quick. Whoa, trigger warnings. Yeah, trigger warnings for the last one, Love Alert. I would say so. Like subtle ones. Yeah. This one obviously less than subtle. This is in your face trigger warning. This is in your face. I was like, whoa. But I wanted to say a quick aside because I've been keeping track of that Old Man Yowie, Hard Nights. Oh yeah, and, I haven't. I need to catch up. Episodes 1 through 12 now have English subtitles. It is available on the Vipa app. That's VIPA.
that app is available for anybody in the United States, and the show is available to everybody. I think I've only watched episodes 1 and 2 so far, and I know you've only seen episode 1, but man, what a fabulous story.
Yeah, I think I'm on episode 6 now. I forget. I have to
You're already up at
catch up with
episode 6?
what else is happening.
Well,
yeah, but I've
yeah.
loved it so far. I need to go back and watch the rest that has come out. But yeah, I don't know. I love those actors. They're so adorable, and just they're going through everyday life problems, like.
And the sapphic side couple, sapphic, not really, not quite. They're the queer side couple. No, we could call them sapphic at this point, right? Queer, sapphic. Their story's really fun too. And
Yes.
yeah, just everybody is really cool in that story. I don't know. The quality is high. High.
It really is, yeah.
Really high. I'm like, yeah, 4K high, and excellent filming and acting, and yeah, it has English subtitles, so go get the Vipa app and watch it. There's my aside
Hey.
to you guys. There are 16 episodes, so we still have a little ways to go before we announce it on here.
Yes.
They're all full-length episodes too, so this is a major full-length Thai gay series at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, there's my aside.
Okay,
Onwards.
the last one, finally.
Oh, and then it's mine.
So many.
Okay. This has been a long day, guys. Okay, the next one, Mute Love, the last installment. So that whole little series is done. And Love Me If You Swear was the last 4-episode installment. They bookended the series with BL installments, which I find fascinating. But okay, so anyway, Mute Love, it's from Thailand. It's on GMM TV's YouTube channel. It is 4 episodes long. The episodes are 45 minutes. So we've got, a little over a movie. Short story, slightly longer than a short story, I suppose. It is action, it is comedy, it is drama, it is romance. It's all of the things. I saw comments like, I didn't cringe at the action sequence for once. I think that was that one. No, that was Cat for Cash. But honestly, I didn't cringe at that action sequence either. Mute Love. I did not cringe. Like the team that is working for DMM TV for the action scenes are doing really well. And honestly, this show, okay, this show is about a like enemies. It's the enemies to lovers trope. It's about 2 rival college gang leaders, essentially. I'm not entirely sure. It's a common Thai thing where you have like a gang as part of like a college. I don't really know. They use that a lot, so maybe that's a thing there. But yeah, they're like fighting with the rival gang from another college.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole thing. It involves pants and temples, and it's just really fun.
Pants. I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. So if you're intrigued about why she's laughing and about pants, then
Oh man, that's hilarious because it's true. It does involve
it's
pants.
true. It's about pants and it's about temples. It's anyway. So if you're intrigued, check out Mute Love. Love Me If You Swear. It's free for everybody to watch on YouTube. It has Surf and Java. We saw them as a side couple in Head to Head, where we got like just a really solid touch of who they were. And I feel like who is it? Oh gosh, do I know who is who? No, I do not. Which one is Surf? Which one is Java?
Surf is the one with the darker hair. He's the one that doesn't have the pants.
One without the pants is Surf. Okay. So Surf, I felt like he played a very different character in this series than the last one. Like his whole bearing was different. So I thought that was a really cool difference in character. Java's character was a little bit more similar, I felt, in bearing in both of the shows, but Surf was very different. So that was kind of cool to watch.
Definitely.
So yeah.
I saw so many comments being like, oh my gosh, they filmed this before Head to Head. Like their chemistry, because this was technically their first series ever filmed together. And like their chemistry is crazy. It's so good. Like, and they both played their characters so well. And there's scenes where Jabba has to get emotional. And I was like, oh my gosh, my heart, like,
right?
Excuse me. It was just 4 episodes, but it was such a well-told
Really
short story.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. There's something about like Surf and Java's acting, just their acting styles match really well together, and I'm excited for them. I think they'll go far.
Absolutely. And honestly, let me say the first BL of the Mute Love installment was also really well told short story.
Yes, which was Sea Keen.
And it was Sea Keen, the other part of Head to Head. So that's kind of amusing. It must have lined up schedule wise. But yeah, so Mute Love, the 2 BL stories, very, very brilliantly told short stories. Those 2, they were only 4 episodes at 45 minutes, but I wasn't missing anything.
Right?
And that says something coming from me, because what I mostly say is, I wish there was more.
Yeah, you're like, it's not enough. But they were able to do it in 4 episodes, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And
brilliant.
yeah, I'm excited. I think Surf and Java are going to be in, I think it's called Roommate Chaos. It's going to be a group series with Surf and Java, Mark and Ohm, and oh gosh, there's a third couple in that.
I don't remember who it is, but even with those 4, chaos is inevitable.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's going to be great. Is it Uninstamp? Uninstamp might be the third one in that.
Oh, you know what? I think so.
I could be wrong. But
Surf and Java are a cute couple. This is a must watch, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so too.
And yes, Katie, you're correct. They were given this when Ohm and Lang split. They replaced Ohm and Lang in that story. You are right. The story Dew was in, not a BL, was also good in the series. You know what? I didn't end up watching it. I tried and I wasn't a fan of the first episode of it, so I didn't continue. But I know a lot of people did enjoy the stories with Dew and with who else was in this? Oh, Sky and Nani, like the other little stories in Move to Love. I do know that some people enjoyed those as well. So
yeah, and I mean, we all kind of became enamored of Dew in Burnout Syndrome. So
we did. It's true.
Absolutely. I think the 2 BL stories were the best of the collection. DeLorean, I can't say whether that's true or not because I didn't watch them all, but they were really, really good. The others were various levels of okay, but the 2 BL seemed more complete and paced well.
That's fair. That's fair. I would say the other ones, I enjoyed the one with Prem and Pan, and I enjoyed the one where they were like part of a crazy cult. Oh, Nani was in that one too.
Oh yeah, that was entertaining. That was
entertaining. One. And then I enjoyed the Diva Gang one also. I don't remember the name of it, but what is it?
Deva Mata, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I enjoyed that one too. That one was really cute. Yeah, Lego and Gang, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess watch this series if you like the enemies to lovers trope, are curious about pants, and just really, really love. I mean, it is college, so if you're not super fond of like the younger stuff, this is probably not for you. But everybody else, it's for everybody.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's a really good enemies to lovers one. Honestly, I was like,
yeah,
I like this. It was very well done.
Had character arcs.
It did. There were like, yeah, like you said, character growth, character arcs. Like they went through some stuff.
Arc, like they wove a lot of stuff together for 4 episodes, and
they did. Like Louis is a side character. If we miss seeing Louis, he's a really fun side character in this one.
And also said something about like the other story having to trying to do too much. Well, this one successfully did a lot.
That's true. Yes.
Depends on the storyteller, I guess, at the end of the day. But like, yeah, there you go. Okay, we made it. Ta-da!
Yay! All right. Well, this is the end of our official main part of the show. We will be going.
It's already 7:10 because 7:10 PST because man, oh man, did we like have a lot to say today.
I know, oh my gosh. But we will be going into more on Dare You to Death into our spoiler section next. So if you haven't watched or you don't want spoilers, thank you so much for staying. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time, next Tuesday at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST. So bye-bye.
Bye to those who don't like spoilers. See you next week.
All right.
Oh, okay. Into Dare You to Death.
Yes. How did we feel about the finale, about the series as a whole? What did we think?
There's a lot to say, I suppose, at the end of the day. I guess we'll start it with, like, we're going to go through, like, the basics once again, right? Because, we'll probably clip this later. So, this Dare You to Death is a Thai BL on Netflix. It's 10 episodes long. Each episode is like 45 minutes to an hour. The premise is basically, the premise. Okay, this is a complex crime thriller story with a very large dose of romance. So the premise is complex. But essentially it's about two, like, detectives or a police captain and a inspector who have they meet on a crime scene, and then they go through solving a major serial killer crime together.
Yes. And it's about that whole friend group that's involved in the crime and talking to them and dealing with them and
absolutely
all of those relationship dynamics.
Yep. Oh, and side note, one of the friends in this group that's being hunted down happens to be the the younger brother of Jade, one of our main police guys.
Exactly. Yeah. This one, it was really interesting. I enjoyed the mystery. I felt like it did go on a little too long. At first I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I felt like the pacing was really good. And then it went on just a hair too long. And then I guessed the ending. So I was sad because I didn't want to guess the ending. I wanted to be surprised, but maybe I was just too smart for them. I don't know. Did you guess the ending, Songbird?
I saw like when people were commenting on it and doing their theories, somebody had, and I saw that somebody, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, maybe. And then I was also with Valerie, who says I spent most of the show worried that Jay was the suspect. Yeah, I did. That thought did cross my mind for a hot second.
The whole time I was worried about that. I was like, but I just couldn't see where they would go with that because that would be so devastating. I was like, that can't be it.
It would have been
fascinating,
right? Though. It'd been fascinating. Okay, so the storyline and the pacing. Well, it moved along pretty slow.
It was decently slow, yes.
But I don't know if that's just if it flows and moves faster as you like binge it all at once, and it just felt slow watching it week to week. I also have I know this is an odd thing, and but I have a Netflix subscription with commercials. And it did occur to me somewhere in the middle of watching this series that I got drawn out of the action and the tension every single time a commercial aired.
Oh, interesting. That's a really good
quite possible that I might have had a different experience just simply because I had commercials.
That's really possible because honestly, and I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I felt like even though it was slow, I was never really drawn out. Like I enjoyed the tension that they were building. So I don't know, maybe that really did affect it. That's really interesting. I never thought about that.
Might have. Yeah. It's interesting because Valerie says it thought it was very slow, but if you watch it as a romance, it was too fast.
Really? I feel the opposite. I don't know. I feel like their romance took forever. I was like, can you hurry up already? But I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Maybe. So yeah, there's my comments about the storyline. So I can't really talk about pacing because I got drawn out of the tension every single time the commercial
Okay.
aired. As far as like the mystery crime dynamics and the all of that, you know, I mentioned it when we weren't doing spoilers, and that is that I think from what I've heard and what I understand, crime in real life doesn't isn't like flashy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of paperwork and boring. And I think
Yeah.
that came across a little bit in this story. So maybe they were just kind of taking more of a real approach to it. I
I
don't
sort
know.
of felt the same way. I felt like they were trying to create more of a realistic expectation because like you said, like in real life crime doesn't happen quickly. It's like you're all sitting in the office, you're all doing paperwork. The only time when I felt like I wanted a little more intensity from them
Hmm.
was when at the end when everyone was in danger. It was like uh Kamin had gone by himself to the house and
Yeah.
like we didn't know where Jay was. And I just
Yeah.
felt like
Yeah.
we're still in that, oh, we're sort of chilling police
That
vibe. And I was
part,
like,
true.
okay, people are in danger. Can you look concerned, please?
That part is true. Okay, so those moments probably really are fast paced, and they should have like ran out the door. What are you moving slowly for? What is going on? Just like Jade should have stood up, slammed his hands down on the desk, and dashed out the door, you know,
Right.
while grabbing
But
his phone out of his pocket, all at the same time. Like, what was that meandering thing that happened right there?
but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's how it happens in real life because they're trained to be calm in threatening situations, you know, like maybe people don't freak out. Maybe they just stay calm and talk to their partners and just do their job. I don't know how
I
people
don't know either.
deal with that, you know. So maybe
It's
we're just used
true.
to our quick paced crime shows that are like, you
True.
know, everything happens in 2 seconds and everyone's like so concerned about it. I don't know. So it's interesting that the pacing hit everyone different, you know, like some people thought it
Right?
was slow, some people thought it was okay, some people, you know, thought the romance was too fast. So yeah, I don't know. It's fascinating.
Lorian actually agreed with Valerie about the pacing, so that's interesting. I'm like, okay,
Okay, yeah. Hey, I'll be the outlier. That's fine. Um,
absolutely.
I have been in a situation and the one incident took hours. See? There you go. Like, I don't know. It's fascinating that they would take that route. Um,
The
but
more
you know what?
realistic route instead of like
Yeah.
the classic crime solving like show route that we're used to seeing, which is super fast paced. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I will say that I mean, obviously I'm not a script writer, but I think that we might lean towards doing that sort of crime drama because it's more exciting for the viewer. You know, like even if it's not as
Yeah.
realistic, it's like that tension is created, which creates an interesting viewing experience. So I think when we didn't have that tension, we didn't know how to feel, you know, like because we're so used to it, like holding us at it, like in a
Hmm.
grip, you know? So I don't know.
I did hear that Jung was constantly like wishing that the editing were slightly different when he was
Oh, really?
watching the live
He's made
recasts.
he's made comments on it?
Yeah, apparently. So I thought that
Oh,
was
wow.
interesting.
That is interesting. I mean, I will say that I felt like it was edited differently in a different style than
Hmm.
a lot of GMMTV shows. It felt like I don't know how to describe the difference, but it just felt different. It felt like a
Good.
different team was editing it. So I'm curious how, because I know Jung does his own like little short films and edits things or whatever. So he must have a sensibility for editing. But
Right.
yeah, I'm curious how he would have done things differently or how he would have, you know, changed it up because unfortunately, I feel like editing is so important to a show. Like, no matter how good the
Hmm.
actors are and how good the script is, if the editing doesn't frame it in the best way, then it can fall flat, unfortunately. And I wouldn't say this fell flat. Like, to me at least, I still enjoyed the show. I just think that I
Sure.
guess June wasn't as happy with it as he could have been.
Yeah. I feel like it even once you think about it, even you're probably well aware. So this little acting technique is like just something I'll throw in because I my rudimentary skills, and that is that you're taught to start speaking your line on the last word of the last person's line in order to make it sound natural. You don't like wait for them to finish. You almost
Mm-hmm.
start speaking over them a little bit, right? And I was thinking about that. Part of that in a show would come from the editing team and not
Mm-hmm.
from two actors going back and forth because the angles change, the scene, all of that spliced together. So they're the ones who would have to overlap the speech a little bit to make it sound natural rather than the actors in some of the scenes.
Yeah, the editors have a lot to do with that in film, definitely. I've actually heard, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I could be wrong, but I've heard that people do that again, this could just be a rumor, but everyone says that, oh, that's what they do with Keanu Reeves, because apparently sometimes he talks really slow or takes a lot of pauses, so the editor usually has to cut out all of his
Interesting.
face. Um, but yeah, it is definitely something where, like, if you're on stage, you have to handle that all yourself. You have to handle the pacing, you
Yeah.
have to handle, but in film, you could take your time, and as long as somebody can edit it so it looks natural, you might have actually
Mm-hmm.
took like 5 to 6 seconds in between to like have a moment to process, but in the editing it looks like it happened in a second. So yeah,
Right.
the editors do, like, it's almost like, I wouldn't say it's another actor, but it's just like it's a really key part of the process as well.
It's an art form, I would say. And maybe almost like the person editing probably should have some acting knowledge at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, I would
I
think
would
so. Or
think.
even like some directing knowledge, because to know
Yeah.
like how you want the pacing of things done and stuff.
Mm.
And I don't know, I'm assuming that the director would maybe come in during the editing process and tweak some stuff. I don't know exactly how that works,
I've
but
heard I've heard they work in tandem oftentimes. Yeah.
yeah, I think that would make the most sense. And editing is so personal too. Like you can see depending on who's directing and who's editing. Like each show has such a different style. Like Claw from Doom and D has a very specific style, like
Mhm.
with Your Sky and Doing with You, and even Off has a very specific style with The Next Prince and Cutie Pie, and then like Off from GMMTV with Last Twilight and Moonlight Chicken. It's like sometimes you can tell who directed the show by how it's edited and how it's put together, which I always think is so fascinating.
True. So we do have some comments about all of that. I had a hard time with the series, even though I really, really wanted to like it. DeLorean says it seemed
Mm-hmm.
like the police work was just set dressing. Oh, and Ooh and Boom seemed more like cops than Jung and Dunk to DeLorean.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And they also
Um,
agree with Jung apparently about the editing. So,
mm, yeah, he wanted the scenes tighter so they moved quicker. Yeah, it was definitely whoever edited it, and maybe that was the director's vision too, was definitely edited slowly. It was not a fast-paced crime drama, and I guess maybe that's what
no.
Jung Dunk, or maybe just Jung, like wanted from it. Um,
Mhm.
but the thriller of the case from the gang's perspective was intense, and the romance seemed
Yes,
like
it
a
was.
different show. I kind of agree with that comment actually, is that like it really did feel like two series that were trying to combine into one because I
Yeah,
thought
I would say that.
yeah, like I thought the case with all the group of friends was really intense and actually really interesting. I
Yeah.
was like, they all hate each other actually, and they're all terrible, and no one is good,
Mhm.
and everyone sucks. It's like,
To be fair, I was into that too. I thought, and that group, all of the acting in that group was actually fantastic. Like they
oh,
did a
it was
great job
so
with that.
good. They all like really portrayed their
Yeah,
characters really well because all the characters were so different. And yeah,
right?
I guess that's something I don't really know how you would have fixed that, like putting the romance into, how that works or whatever. But
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I think that
Well, I mean, romance is put into action shows all the time. And I mean, it'd be interesting to go back and watch some of them to see how they blend it. Because I never really
yeah,
thought about how they blended it. I never really analyzed the storytelling of it. I just kind of absorbed it.
right.
So as far as how it's done, yeah, that would be interesting to look at a little bit more closely.
Mhm.
Because like it's not normally quite so noticeably disparate in my mind. If I
Yeah, yeah. And
Well,
yeah,
okay,
I'm not
so like
sure.
I'll throw a pair out on a long-term series, and that would be Bones.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like they had the very slow burn romance brewing, which this was. Maybe that's part of the problem. This didn't have enough episodes, enough arcs. Like that romance probably should have been more enemies, more fighting, more crimes to solve.
Mm.
It maybe it wasn't long enough really for a good romance to happen, I wonder.
Maybe, yeah. Or maybe it would have
Because like in the X-Files or in Bones, like the romance happens over seasons.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they get together in Bones till like season 8 or 9 or yeah. Super slow burn. Maybe that's what was missing. I don't know.
Maybe. It's also maybe I'm wondering if maybe the romance part was framed differently. It might have fit better. Like to me, it felt like the romance part was trying to be very cliche BL with like BL tropes, whereas like the crime was like we're in a serious crime show. So I'm wondering, I mean, they probably wanted to do that so we had some comedic elements and so we had some like comedic relief, which I would totally understand. But I'm wondering if maybe they tried to be more serious or more realistic with the love part, that maybe that would have like meshed
it would have blended
better.
better. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. They did go a little classic BL-esque on the romance part and so honestly we were also a little bit ruined by the first music video. For me personally.
Okay.
I was ruined by the music video because that was giving enemies to lovers. And so I went in expecting an enemies to lovers trope. Like they were going to clash to start with. Fist bared, not get along. And that only happened for like an episode. And suddenly miraculously they weren't angry at each other anymore. I don't know.
I think that they were enemies to lovers. I just think that it wasn't our classic enemies to lovers because Dunk's character was so composed. Like even if he didn't like Jung's character for a while, he didn't really show it that much. Like he didn't fight with him too much. He didn't like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like even if it was enemies to lovers, it wasn't really, it was more like someone aloof than like an enemy where they're like fighting all the time. I don't know. That was my vibe that I got.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's so this is just so interesting. It's an interesting conversation to see like how much goes into a show and how much like how small things can affect like the whole vibe of it or the whole, you know, how things are done. And now like cuz I feel like actors and people in general are so knowledgeable now about so many parts of the process. So I'm sure it's tough when like you act in a show and you give it your all and then you see the end product and maybe you're not satisfied for certain reasons or whatever. And it's like, you know, I think maybe in the past people didn't know as much about editing or didn't know as much about the other parts, but now I feel like everyone has to become an editor because of social media. So
we're all doing a little editing.
Right. So I wonder if people are more like, oh man, like I would have done this or I would have done this or, you know, I'm not sure. It's just it's really interesting.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then Jung's character was all in. Go for it.
Oh no, for the moment he pulled over Dunk in the first 5 minutes of the show. Yeah. I was okay with a quick no drama romance, but the investigation part suffered. Yeah, it's like they didn't know how to blend the two together. I was disappointed in there, my bias, but something was missing. Aw, that said, I still watched it and I still liked most of it. To be honest, I still liked this one in general more than the Heart Killers. I will say that. I personally had some issues with the Heart Killers, so I like this one a lot better than that one, but I might be the only one who thinks that.
You might be. Well, we have a difference of opinion in this particular case. So
oh yeah,
I definitely
talk about this. You liked Heart Killers a lot.
I did, yeah.
MDL.
Then again, I like Taming of the Shrew too.
Yeah. MDL comments said the original director who did the first pilot was too busy to shoot the show. So the new director had a new vision for the show. That's really interesting. That can definitely change, you know, what happens because as if the director has a different vision, then yeah, I mean, that's going to change literally everything, because they are the one who guides everyone else and guides every other department.
Absolutely.
Um,
All right. So we touched on the acting, we touched on characters a little bit, but not a lot. I would say for me, Jay, I think, is probably ended up being my favorite character for the story.
okay.
It's fascinating to watch that guy, like, because I think he actually genuinely cared about those awful people,
I think he did
and
too.
was
Yeah.
disillusioned quite a bit over the course of the show, and he watched a lot of death. And apparently, I don't know, do we want novel comparisons or no? You can let me know now, and I will stop.
I don't think they're bad. I think you can bring it up if you want.
Okay. All right. So apparently in the novel, the ending's very different. It's a lot more heart-wrenching. There's a lot more like, and honestly, it makes more sense if there were,
Mm-hmm.
because Jay is seriously injured, and so they go through it in that hospital in the novel.
Ah,
Um,
I
and
did
like
want
he's got
more.
PTSD, and he's got like
Mhm.
serious trauma from seeing all of that, right? So it's
Yeah.
like his character arc is a little different at the end in the novel than it was in the show.
Yeah,
So I found that interesting.
I did want a little more from Jay, especially when he realizes that Pui is not dead. I wanted there to be like more of a moment there. I don't know. I just felt like it is such a big shock. Like, I don't know. I
And
don't
at
know if
that point, he was already like he must have already been shell shocked, I would
yeah, I
think.
mean, man, Jay is great. So this actually brings me to a question I wanted to ask everybody is, so Jay he was aware of everything that happened. He literally knew every single thing from every friend, and he let it happen. He stood by and watched as things were done
Mhm.
to Pui, and also sort of did something himself, even though, you can say, oh, he was drunk, he didn't know what he was doing, whatever, but he was also part of it. So
Yep.
if that was you, would you stand by out of fear, out of insecurity, out of wanting to fit in, whatever? Would you stand by and watch, or would you actually say something? If you were really in that situation, like not ideally in your mind, of course, we would all love to say that we would stand up, but what do you really think you would do? Do you think that would you be afraid of Jay's brother who's a cop? Would you be afraid of Champ's father who is like the prime minister or whatever? Would you, would you be afraid, or would you be able to stand up and report it? What do you think? I think
I would be okay. Go for it. You go first.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'd be a total tattletale.
Yeah, you talk about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, my terror would lead me to talk to, if I were specifically Jay's character and had the brother who was a cop, I would totally be, oh, well, but he didn't like his brother necessarily. No, I would still be totally telling the cop brother, even if I didn't like him a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I'd be a
know,
tattletale for sure. Because my terror would lead towards self-preservation, and my head self-preservation would probably be telling who I thought could help the most. And
ah,
maybe it isn't the cop brother, but whomever I thought could help the most is the person that I would be like spilling my guts to. Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. I think I'd like to say I would agree. Sometimes I can be a sheep. So part of me is like, I don't know, would I really have the guts to stand up? But part of me is also like, I really like following the rules, and I really like,
Mhm.
you know, justice and what's right sort of thing. And so I feel like in that case, when people's safety is actually at risk, I feel like I would say
Mhm.
something. I feel like I would, but I don't know who I would go to. That's the thing, because I'm not
That's
sure,
true.
like, if I was Jay and I didn't really trust my brother enough, like, would I still go to the cops? Like, I don't know who I would go to, because I'm not sure if I would, like, maybe I don't trust the cops because I think they're under Champ's father's thumb, or like maybe, it's tough. I don't know. It's a tough situation. I think I would, like you said, I think I would try to find whoever I thought could help the most. Um, but
Honestly, I was surprised you didn't spill his guts to Kamin, because Kamin seemed to like be the rebel. Like he didn't,
yeah.
he didn't like he went against the order of things. He was like, "Oh, he's the prime minister, so what?" Like, or
Right.
PM. Was he the prime minister?
I don't know
Anyway,
if prime
are you
minister. It's
you're like
something.
a person of authority, so what? We're going to like deal with your kid anyway. I don't
Hmm,
care. Granted he got, you know, slapped and kicked out for that, but he stood by his guns. So that would
yeah.
be the person to spill the guts to, because Jay did get to know him a little bit more. I think he got that sense from him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like some people, their loyalty to their friends like trumps all. It's like even if their friends do bad things, they will stay loyal to them forever. And it's interesting to see that because it really can like, like do stuff like with this friend group, if you're so loyal to these people who end up not being good people, it can backfire on you. Um
Absolutely.
but yeah, okay, I want to see if anyone commented uh anyone know what Puifai's end game was? She could have dealt a killing blow to Champ and didn't. That whole scene in the cage was a lot. I think that she wanted to see them suffer. She didn't want to kill
Yeah.
him herself. She wanted to watch them kill each other. And I think that was like her. I think I mean, she was crazy at that point, anyways, but I think that she just wanted them, she really wanted them to kill each other. I think was what the end game was. But
Mhm.
did he know about her attack? And I still don't understand how her attack was supposed to be part of getting her to date Champ. Uh which attack are we talking about when Ung Pao's character did some stuff to her? Or are we talking about um let's see. Jay said he knew some stuff, but he was too surprised to know everything. Well, I guess it didn't really say that he knew everything, but
True.
Puifai did say that he knew most of the stuff at the end. She listed off like almost everything that had happened to her specifically, and he knew all of that at least. So, um, the attack, the one by Tar, is that Ung Pao's character? I don't remember their character names. I think that it was, I don't know. Honestly, I'd have to go back and rewatch everything because I don't remember all the details that they've given out to remember if to put together the whole story of like what the motivation was behind it all, like why did Champ do that to her? Why did Shireen do that to
I think
her? Or whatever. Or maybe that's just
the
missing.
feeling
Maybe
the
that's a
feeling
plot
that
hole.
I got was Jay got her pregnant,
Yes.
and Champ and Shireen forced her to get an abortion. How you force someone to get an abortion is somewhat beyond me.
I
But
think they just convinced
somehow
her.
they convinced her, but at the end she felt devastated and forced for whatever
Hmm.
reason. And
Yeah.
that devastation, I that was my opinion. That was the devastation that caused the biggest part of her to break.
Yeah. But I don't remember if Ung Pao's character R-wording her happened before or after the event with Jay. Because I know that they basically
Oh,
drugged her. They drugged
the
her and then
R
he R-worded
R
her.
part.
And then but I don't know because
I
I
feel
think
like,
that's why they weren't sure who the dad was at first. Um
oh, maybe
maybe.
that happened close together.
That's what I thought from the show.
Oh,
But again, I think maybe some of the timeline's a little confusing because they didn't quite lay it all out. Um,
maybe.
I don't know why that would make Champ love her. I don't think Champ loved her. I think
I think
Champ
so
was just
either.
using her. I don't think Champ loved either girl, honestly. I think he just liked to have a plaything. I think that's where
Champ
that
is a
was.
narcissist.
Yeah, you could tell that he didn't really care about anyone. I think he just he enjoyed playing with P5 because she was easy to manipulate, and he enjoyed
Mm.
but then he didn't want her to well, because I think also I think that they didn't because I guess I'm assuming that her and Champ also did stuff. So they probably didn't know. And then Champ was probably like, I can't afford to have her, be pregnant with something that could be mine. So that's why they asked her to get an abortion. But
Maybe.
again, I'd have to rewatch all the episodes. I don't remember if they gave a timeline for all that stuff.
Anyway, the point is that it was a very complex show.
Yes. So many things were going on, and maybe they didn't all mesh well together at the end, but all in all, I enjoyed it. I think that there were things that could be improved, but I really enjoyed Jung and Dunk's acting, and honestly, the whole friend group's acting. Especially Ashi really surprised me, because Ashi's only been in one thing, only Boo, and I really loved seeing him in like something where it's not his personality. Like he was this like, like I don't care about anything, like mechanic, and I was really impressed with him being able to be in that character.
There you go. And I enjoyed the crime part of the story quite a bit. And yeah, like you said, the friend group, they were really well developed, that part. And all of the dynamics and all of the atrocious things that they did to each other.
Yes.
One
also,
final side note that
creepy.
I found.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. One final side note that I found entertaining, an entertaining side note, is that people had the picture of the object pointed, like, okay, so Singh was pointing a weapon at, gosh, Shimon's head.
Uh-huh.
And there was like the first shippable moments. Right, their first
Oh,
pair together
no!
in a series, right? It was kind of not shippable, but the first picture together in a series of those two was that.
That's terrible.
And I was laughing. I was like, it's true. This is their first moment together in a series. Oh my gosh. They're starting with a bang.
Oh, that's funny. Yes, those two. I am so intrigued to see them in a show. I don't know. I'm just fascinated. I can't wait to see what happens.
Right. All right. So I think, man, we went on today. It's almost.
I know. Thank you for staying with us, everyone. This was really fun.
It was. Anyways, we will catch you next time. Be sure to join our live show on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye. Bye.